just around the corner, and that means dry skin. Almost everyone will experience some form of dry skin this winter. So what can you do to prevent dry skin? Dermatologist Dr. Joel Cohen from the About Skin Dermatology is here with some answers. Good to see you, Doctor.
Nice to see you.
This is a tough one for people here in Colorado. I remember 10 years ago when I moved from the South, it was a shock when you're used to the humidity.
Especially this time of year where you really feel the effects of indoor heating in combination with that low humidity.
Okay, so let's talk about why it's worse in the winter and then what we can do to help ease the pain.
Well, first, it's important that while we're dealing with the low humidity and indoor heating, that we actually really try to moisturize our skin and hydrate our skin. So some helpful tips are avoiding frequent hot showers, trying to moisturize right after we're done in the shower, and we can use a hydrating soap. We don't have to use an antibacterial soap in the shower. And some things to look at in terms of ingredients are things like ceramides. Ceramides help restore the barrier function of the top layer of the skin.
Okay, so can you give me an example of what that soap might be? Is that the ingredient that you look for in it, what you would use in the shower?
Yes, so there are certain products that contain ceramides. This is one of them. There's a lot of good products out there. And the stratum corneum is the top layer of the skin, and it's really a tenth the size of a piece of paper. And it functions to protect us from things outside, but also help seal in water in the inside. In the winter, that stratum corneum gets broken and cracked, and the ceramides actually help replenish that.
Show us that example for anybody who's looking for it again today. This is just one of the brands, but this is one you can buy at any store?
Yes, over-the-counter, CeraVe, Cetaphil. There's some very good products out there that help.
I want to bring it into the shot. There you go. There you go. That's great. So it's nice to know that you can buy it at the drugstore, buy it at the grocery store, and you don't have to spend a ton of money.
Yes.
Okay, so what other things should we be paying attention to in the winter?
You know, if we sleep with a humidifier in our room, particularly our bedroom, it can be very helpful just to hydrate our skin. Sometimes that stratum corneum just does get a little retained, and we can use some exfoliants. There's some nice over-the-counter exfoliants on the market that really you can use maybe once a week to help get rid of that dead debris skin. You certainly don't want to scrub or cause irritation to the skin or discoloration, but that can be very helpful. And then some studies suggest that oral supplements of fish oils can be helpful. Same thing, to restore that barrier function of the skin.
Okay, let's talk about sunscreen, because of course we pay more attention to that when it's hot outside, but just as important in the winter? Just
as important in the winter. Many of the outdoor sports that we enjoy really involve high altitude and reflection from snow. So whether we ski, board, or snowshoe, we should really look for sunscreen that is broad spectrum. We should be reapplying every 2 hours, and we should really be thinking about a hydrating sunscreen as well, or combating it with a moisturizer, because we lose a lot of moisture just from the wind blow.
Okay, things that you can do if you come like to your office or to a doctor's office that can help with dry skin.
So dry skin can be treated in many cases with topical over-the-counter medications or emollients, things that have ceramides and things like that in there. But sometimes people can look for exfoliants, things like, you know, some of the pink grapefruit washes that you can use maybe once or twice a week.
Those. Those are good.
Microdermabrasions can be helpful in terms of dead debris skin, and you know, really there's a lot of things that can be done before you get to the point of some prescription products. But keep in mind, winter can be a great time when people aren't suntan and aren't getting a lot of sun exposure if they're not into outdoor sports, to do skin treatments in the office like laser resurfacing or hair removal or treating blood vessels or brown spots as well.
Okay, lastly, very quickly, with the dry chapped skins, that's on your hands, that's what can hurt the most. A product that you would suggest?
You know, look for things that contain either dimethicone or glycerin, and after we wash our hands, it's important that we moisturize right away. So whether we use the alcohol-based hand sanitizers or wash our hands, moisturize right away.
Okay, dimethicone or glycerin?
Yes.
Remember those. Thanks so much. Good
My
to
pleasure.
see you today. Chris?
What was that?